Hey guys, so I just finished checking out Needful Things, starring Ed Harris, Bonnie Bedelia, Max von Sydow as the devil. Looks like that exorcism didn't work out too well for you, did it, Father Merrin? J.T. Walsh, Amanda Plummer, and the late great Diane S. Davis. Okay, so based on a Stephen King novel of the same name, I haven't really read this one, I don't think. I don't remember if I have. Stephen King is kind of currently the flavour of the month in Hollywood, so this is an older adaptation made in 1993. So it is one of the older Stephen King novels turned into movies, and have to admit it was actually quite enjoyable. It's definitely one of the better ones. There's definitely some hit and miss Stephen King novels turned into movies out there, so if you can avoid those suckers, The Mangler, I highly recommend it. The books are generally way better, but some of these movies will just rot your brain. Public service announcement, avoid. So the small town of Castle Rock. Max von Sydow turns up, Leland Gaunt, and he's a terrible, terrible man because he's really the devil, and he really just wants to corrupt the town and make people do some nasty shit to each other and make each other dead, and that is not a nice thing to do. There you go, another public service announcement. He opens up a store called Needful Things. Basically, he entices the nice townsfolk to come in, and he'll give them something that they really, really want. But instead of payment of money, he will ask them to do a deed for him, in which case he'll get people to backstab and break windows and skin their dogs alive and do some really horrible things to each other, which makes them turn on each other and kind of become really horrible and mean and unhappy and want to kill each other and make each other dead and explode things up with bombs. Not cool. Being the devil is what he does, but generally played pretty well by Max von Sydow. He did have some previous experience with a devil in another movie. If you haven't seen The Exorcist, get on that. It's amazing. So Ed Harris is the cop in town. He's with Bonnie Bedelia, who's playing Polly in this movie. Previously playing a Holly in Die Hard. I don't know why. And they're together, but they have some conflict because she's got really bad crippling arthritis. And Max von Sydow gives her some freaky necklace, which helps somehow. Anyhow, Ed Harris, really love this guy in The Rock and in The Abyss. Also, two movies I highly recommend you check out. And he's the cop, and he's going to get down to the bottom of all this business and stop Max von Sydow in his tracks. Many things happen. It's a lot of fun. It really is quite an enjoyable movie. It rocks up at 2 hours. It doesn't really outstay its welcome. But it's a nice afternoon killer. See what I did there? It's quite enjoyable. Like I said, there's worse out there, and there's definitely better. But as a nice afternoon movie in on a day off, or a weekend, or a night chiller. Hey, Halloween's coming up. It's fun. I really enjoy it. And having a good quality cast, like the guys I've mentioned in this, J.T. Walsh, the late great, one of the fantastic villains in this piece, and Ed Harris is always reliable. And Diane S. Davis from Stargate, miss you, man. You're great in that show. It's a fun movie. It is still number one in my books, but Needful Things is a hell of a lot of fun, and if you want to check it out on my recommendation, then you go for it. So, short and sweet today. It was just a fun movie. Go check it out. I'm just going to try and do a few of these little snippets. I'm not always going to be doing the big budget stuff. I'm going to do my little extensive horror collection, which I've got behind me as well, so I'm going to try and share some of my thoughts on these little things. It was fun. Check it out. Needful Things. Top film. Anyway, thank you again for watching my channel. If you feel like giving me a thumbs up, then give me one. And please feel free to subscribe and see more of this lovely content, because I go to a lot of trouble to do this. I've got a tripod and everything. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. There's the camera there.